Hello, 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 everyone. How are you doing today? My name is Cheryl Lane. I am the owner and founder of Eternity Citizen and More Home Care and the Home Care Business Learning Station Facebook support group and online course site. I am your home care educator. I am a social worker, a CNA, and a motivational speaker. I take home care to another level, to a deeper level. So right now, this was supposed to be a 5-day series of the benefit of home care. But because of my schedule, it is kind of impossible to get them out 5 days right now. But I wanted to do the whole 5 days in this session right now so you can get a chance to listen to it. You can pause it, you can stop it, or however you want to do with it. But just listen to everything. And if you have any questions, then please look for the link or the email contact information above or beneath. Okay, it all depends on where it's going to be posted at. It'll be above or it would be up beneath. Okay, so today we're going to talk about the benefits of home care, and let's get started. Okay, so the benefits of home care. This is brought to you by Eternity Citizen More LLC and also the Home Care Business Learning Station that is not listed right here. But the benefits of home care, a fast growing profession in business. Home care is one of the oldest and respected form of care for the elderly. Okay. Home care is considered one-on-one with the patient and the caregiver. Home care is non-medical. Home health is medical. So depending on what type of service you need for your family member, you want to assess that a little bit as best you can. If you're at home, if your family member is at home, if you are at home and you need the extra care, but you want to see, what is the type of care you need. Do you need companionship where you can still walk around? You can still do a lot of stuff, but you need somebody there maybe to keep you company, or maybe help you get dressed a little bit or something like that. Then you might need just companion care. If you need homemaker care, that means that you need somebody to come help you clean up around the house, do light housekeeping, do laundry. But you can do everything else yourself, but you just need that extra care and extra help when it comes to keeping your house clean, your clothes clean, and everything else around the house. Now, personal care. Personal care means still also, you may be able to still do some things by yourself, but you need help getting in and out of the shower, right? Or in and out of the tub. But preferably, if you're having a time, if your legs are weak, you can't stand in the shower, anything like that, we do not recommend that you get in the tub. We recommend that you get a shower chair and sit it in your tub and you bathe that way and do your shower and use your shower head to shower. That's the easy way and safe way to keep you from getting stuck down in the tub or slipping and falling in the tub if you can't not stand. Okay, so but you want to think about these different components of care, that what you want to ask for when you need it. Okay, because some people will ask for home care but they actually need home health, and some people will ask for home health when they actually really need home care, right? Home health that is medical. That means you have your doctors, your occupational therapy, you have your RNs, you have your physical therapy and people like that, and then a doctor has to prescribe it, right? So home care is just referrals. If you need it, you call us. A friend could tell you about us. You don't have to have a doctor prescribe it or anything like that. Somebody can just recommend it and for you because they see you need the extra care. Okay. So remember, home care is non-medical. We do all non-medical procedures or whatever you want to call it and duties. And home health is medical. So that means all the stuff that is done with home health, everything is dealing with some type of medical issues. Okay. All right. So let's get into it. The first one. Home care promotes independence or semi-independence. 8, it can have the client remain in control of their life decision, right? So the client is still able to make their decision, and if they still have the money maybe to pay a caregiver to stay at home, they can still make that decision to stay at home, and you want to promote that. You want to keep them making life decision, to keep their mental stability up, to make them feel like they're still in control, that they're not feeling like a child that you're trying to take over. So this will keep them remain in control of their life decision, right? They can remain in control of their home. That means they can tell who they want to come in and out their home. They can say they may want to stay at home, if only if it's safe and it's beneficial for them to be at home. Okay. So if it's not safe or anything like that, then you might want to, check and see if they need help to go to another facility, maybe like a retirement facility or it's assisted living or independent living facility if they're not ready for the nursing home. But they can remain in control of their home, okay? And they can reduce fears, okay? We all have some type of fears when it comes to, some people, going to a nursing home. But what I have found working in a nursing home for a number of years, that some people, when they come in, they see it as the end of the world. Some people come in and say, I'm going to make the best of it. And then some people come in and say, hey, this is the best thing ever happened, because it all depends on the situation they came out of when they came to the nursing home, okay? So everybody took it different, but you have that fear of going into the nursing home because you hear so many horror stories about the nursing homes, but all nursing homes are not like that, I promise you. You have some great and loving caregivers in these nursing homes that make it their business to make sure that you're safe and you're cared for and you're clean, you're dry, and whatever else, okay? So, but I know sometimes the fear is, I don't want to be in a nursing home. I don't want to feel abandoned. I don't want to feel like, you put me there, you're not going to come back and visit me. So, but this can help reduce those fears because they'll be in the comfort of their own home, okay? So how they feel about being home, just like we just said, if they're in their home, you'll have sometime, I'm just my opinion, that you'll have less agitation sometimes. You would probably feel a little bit more comfortable if you could have somebody coming in and take care of them in their home, versus them in the nursing home. You can't get up there right then and all this good stuff. But if they're at home, then that probably reduce some of the agitation, some of the guilt feelings, and that you as a family member may feel about putting them in a nursing home. But they, but they can also remain at home and you can be a little okay. Then you could come in and out as you wish. You could put cameras in the home to help watch them and, the caregivers. I tell all my clients, if you get a camera, that's fine. If you got a camera, that's fine. We don't care. I tell my caregivers, work as if a camera is already in the house. If you're doing what you're supposed to be doing, you don't worry about if a camera in the house or not, okay? If I go in the home, I can care less if a camera in the house because I'm going in there to do what I'm supposed to do, how I'm supposed to do it, when I'm supposed to do it, and then I'm coming out of that home and I'm going home. Okay, but I don't worry about it for camera in the home because I don't have anything to worry about that part because I'm gonna do my job. Okay. Also, number 2, home care is personalized. Home care is customized for each individual client. That means when a home care agency come in, or a home health agency, or a hospice, whoever it may be, come in to take care of your loved ones, they're gonna do a plan of care, or some people call it a care plan. That plan of care or care plan is designed to tell the caregivers, the family members, other healthcare workers, other workers that are going to be in home, how to take care of this family. And you will have things on there like their showers, their medication. If they diabetic, do they do shots? If they use a wheelchair, who is the lead family member? Who do you need to talk to? What nursing home do they want to go to? All this old good stuff. All of this is in the care plan and how to take care of that client. So when that home, even a home care provider most likely would do it especially if it's long term, they're there all day. but they would do a plan of care, and then you do it with a team. So you would have the family member there, you would have the caregiver there. You would even sometimes if it's the doctor, if it all depends on where you're having that plan of care or that care plan done, right? Even though I do home care, and when I go out to the homes, um, and we do, especially our private clients, we're going to make sure we have a plan of care or a care plan, and we're going by that care plan, how to take care of them. And we talk with the caregivers and the family member and the social worker, I myself, and whoever else may be helping with that client to try to give a good plan of care, how we're going to take care of that client that particular day. Then we try to work with other clients similar to that way of doing some type of care for them. Okay. No two clients are the same, right? So what we know, when we're doing the home care, when we are personalizing that home care to fit you, to fit not only you but the client. Well, we're not only the client but you too, as they say. So we're making sure that no two clients are the same. So no two families are the same, right? And when we go in, that this family member, she may stay at home all day. She may just be in the room, and she'll take her breaks, in the room when the caregiver comes. But this family member may have to work, right? And if this family member have to work, then that means the caregiver gonna be in that house by themselves throughout the day, because that family member have to work. But however it is, we know that no two clients are the same, and we cannot treat them the same. So if this client may be real talkative, like me, talk. So this client may be real talkative, but this client may not be talkative, right? So we want to make sure if we can, it don't always go that way, but sometimes we can find a caregiver that's really laid back and quiet and don't talk that much. And maybe they want to do games or watch TV or however it may be. Or you want to find a client, if that client talk, then you want to find a caregiver that's talkative and active and moving, that you want to match them up like that. So we have to make sure that we know that no two clients are the same, and that we have to put the caregivers in the staff or however, according to how that client is or that family member, okay? And no two houses are the same, okay? So I tell my caregivers, just to do the best you can, with what you have, and just, not to make the best of it, but just do the best you can with that client. Because sometimes we can go in the house and the house can be immaculate. It could be clean, pretty. I mean, just beautiful, right? And then sometimes we can go in a home that it needs a lot of work, a lot of cleaning. And it's not because of the person couldn't clean it. It could be something that they may have dementia, something might be going on wrong, or the family member can't get to it because they're trying to take care of the family member, maybe work and doing this and doing that, and so the house kind of get disarray. So you're going to go in a different house where it's immaculate, okay, semi-okay, and just like, whoo, But, you as a caregiver, if you could go in and make their day by helping cleaning up and keeping that family member still safe, that would be great. That's 100%. And that's what we try to do. Even if we had to send two caregivers to try to get it real cleaned up and then start from there, and then to be the one caregiver, okay? So anyway, so home care is personalized. It's personalized to that particular client. So we won't do this care plan on Miss B and then come back and use that same care plan on Miss C. It would not work, because even if they got some similar stuff, they're gonna have some other stuff that's different, so you cannot use it. Okay. So home care is also safe. Number 3, home care is safe, right? Some people say, is it? Then you got caregivers that beat up family members, and you got you got family members that leave the caregivers with there, or just crazy stuff that some stuff do happen. So we can't deny that, right? So caregivers or family caregivers make sure the caregivers are responsible, trustworthy, and dependable and patient. Even though I put this down there, people can come in. Once you interview them, they can give you the best show ever, right? I love working with people and I'm patient and I'm this and I'm that and whatever. And then when they get in the home and a hostile situation come up, or they don't have the patience as they claim to have, and that patient may be taking their time eating, that patient may be taking their time getting up out the chair, or the patient may, have to take their time to get in the bed or put their feet in the bed. And then guess what? That caregiver done got so upset, the patient is gone, they just throw them over in the bed. So, but you want to make sure that somewhere in there that when you're asking them about caregiving, how do they work with different people, ask them situation questions and see how they answer it. Ask them things like, or listen for certain things, okay? And so, like, it's certain things I listen for. If you say, oh, I love working with people, I love being around people, or if you say, I like being by myself, I don't like working with people, I don't like people, period, or something like that, then I'm like, oh, Lord, that's a red flag. Then that means that you're definitely not going to like an older person, because the older person is going to move twice as slow than even a child, okay? Most of them. So you got to have some patience. So, but overall, you will find some people that are safe, that are really, really loving, and you just have to find that particular one, in a bunch. You may find 5, 6 out of 10, and then I might be, pushing it a little bit, but you definitely can find that many out of 10 to help take care of your loved ones. Okay. Make sure the caregiver or the family caregiver are trained and or receive training to do the job, to do some or the job performance, okay? So even if you have a family member, if they don't know CPR, you might want to ask them to go do CPR. If they had never worked with the family member as like cleaning them or anything like that, you might want to have an agency come in and train them how to change the diaper, show them how to turn the client over or turn them every 2 hours or whatever, just pay that money and then have somebody come train them if you want a family member to do it, okay? And even if you have another caregiver, they say they're a professional sitter or caregiver. We don't use sitter anymore. But if they're a professional caregiver or they're CNA, that they show that they've been trained or they have worked with clients over to maybe a year or two, to show that they have that experience, okay? So you want to make sure they have some type of training, okay? And then home care is usually one-on-one with the patient, like we said at the beginning. So just think about it. If they are at a nursing home, then they're gonna be probably 1 of 7, 1 of 10, 1 of 15, 1 of 20. Believe me or not, that is true, okay? So your loved ones can be one of many people that caregiver have to take care of that particular day. So do you think they're going to get taken care of all the way like they should? Not all the time. And I thank God that the nursing home I work with, we had 7. We had 7 or 8, which is gravy to us. Now just imagine having 10, 15 and 20 that you're trying to do, and you're trying to give time to each one of them in that 8-hour period. Is really kind of, not just saying it's impossible, but they're not going to get like that. They're really loving attention care that like we want to give them, okay? So, but when they're at home, that one-on-one, you're just going to have a caregiver there and you're going to have the client. So that caregiver can get a client all the attention and care, and and whatever they need, that caregiver can give it to them, okay? Because you got that one-on-one with them in the home, all right? So caregivers can respond quicker with that one-on-one care in emergency, okay? So if you're in the nursing home, hospital, of course, if the caregiver is in another room and they turn on light, or that client falls in the bathroom or falls on the side of the bed, and if the light is not on, the caregiver may not get back around to that room for about an hour or two, because they're in other rooms or they may be on a break or whatever. Until somebody come in that room, then that client will remain on the floor. If they got sick in the bed, maybe had a heart attack in the bed, unless they was able to put on their call button, then that client would be in that room for a while until somebody come in the room, right? So that anything, I mean, some things still can happen at the home, it just all depends. But the caregivers at the home, they're kind of most likely going to be in the same room with the client. I'm sorry. Most likely they're going to be in the same room with the client. Okay. So if something do happen, they can kind of see it, even if they have to go to the bathroom and then the client may maybe fall on the floor. They'll probably hear it because it'll make a noise. Boom. They make a noise and they can come running and see that, the client fell on the floor or, the family member fell on the floor. So that 101 can be real good when the client and the caregiver is at home. Okay. All right. 4. Let's go on up. Okay. All right. Number 4, the home care keeps family together. All right. Home care keeps family together. Patients get to remain with their mate or their family member. Okay. Patients, clients, whoever gets to remain with their mate or their family members. So what we mean by that, so you got a husband and wife, or mate, spouse, whatever you want to call it, and one needs more care than the other, but that spouse cannot do all that care by themselves because they pretty much almost in the same boat. They're older, they're weak, and one cannot really take care of the other, right? So they would need the extra care. So instead of putting that loved one in a nursing home, you can leave that loved one there at home and have someone to come in and take care of that loved one, that particular loved one, whether it's the wife or the husband, all right? And then the wife or the husband, whoever it may be, still are able to take care of themselves, but you're just paying for someone to come and stay with, to help watch, either spouse or however, but they're able to stay at home, right, with their spouse. So, because if you separate them, that's when you get that depression. That's when you get that weight loss because they're not eating. They're worried about the other spouse. And then that's when the kind of stress level come on you as the family member, because now you got to take that family member up to visit that spouse and sit up there with them, which, you don't mind. But now, you just got off work. You got to go home. You got to fix dinner. You got to, do your other family. Then now you got to take mom or dad or whoever it may be up to the nursing home, see that family member, sit up there for a while, then get back home, get them back home, get them safe in the house, and then go back home. Okay, so I just named a lot right there. But so you can see how that can work when that spouse can stay at home and you hire a caregiver to come and take care of that particular spouse. And then the other spouse can do whatever, still do their everyday normal thing. But they still had the extra care of that someone coming to take care of their spouse so they can stay at home. Okay. It reduces the stress amongst the family members. Just what I just said when I named that scenario. That's a lot going on and your stress level can get real high. You can get tired, you can get wore out of moving around, trying to make sure your family members are safe, your loved ones are safe. But if home care can keep them at home, that could be a good way to keep down the stress level of you worrying about it. But when you make sure you got a good team, you just have to pay attention. And just like, even though the caregiver is coming in, they're doing their job, but you want to sit down with them and besides the care plan that you are making, but you want to do other stuff that, that coincides with the care and how you all can, make stuff run smoothly, even for you. Okay. I had 2, maybe 3 family members that just let us take total care, total control, and we didn't have any problems. They was free to do what they needed to do. They still came in and did their duty, whatever they supposed to do in the house. But they was like, Cheryl, whatever you say goes. Cheryl, you just like me here. whatever you say goes, and we didn't have any problems. Oh my God, I love that. Woo! I wish I could have some more like that. But we didn't have any problems, okay, any problem whatsoever. Okay, so but you can work together with that, and that can help reduce the stress level of the family members. So on both ends, okay, on both ends, all right. Okay, it can reduce the behavior problems that may occur when you place a family member in a nursing home. So again, just like I said, I'm kind of going ahead of myself when I'm talking about my points. But just like I said, if you put that family member in a nursing home and the other family members stay at home, yes, they're gonna worry, they're gonna miss them, the depression gonna set in, and they're gonna want to be around that person because they have been living with that person, laying beside that person, eating with that person, going out with that person, and then you take them away and put them in a nursing home and they don't see that person all the time, then that can bring on some type of anxiety or stress or worry for that family member who's left at home, and then also for the family member who's been put in a nursing home. Okay, because they're going to be missing home also, right? So, but now don't get me wrong. So, to my people, like, oh, I got a nursing home, I'm trying to get one that, I ain't talking about that. No, 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 because sometimes the nursing home can be the best thing too for family members. So it can go either way, but I'm just talking about the benefits where home care can help a family member stay at home, but sometimes a nursing home can be the best thing too, also for a family to take away the stress also. So it can be both ways, but this is the benefits of home care. Okay. Okay. But okay, so the next one. It can also give family members a break if they let me see. It can also give family members a break if they are the main caregiver, and that's respite. So you have your unskilled respite. You have different respites, like where you just want to go somewhere for the weekend. You don't have to sign a contract to that. You just sign an agreement that you agreed to pay for these hours that you need to to take a break. So when we say respite, that means it can just be like an hour. You could go somewhere for um, a day, or you need to take a day, or you need to take 3-4 days. You might want to go somewhere for a weekend, but you're not bound by a contract or anything like that. And you may just need somebody to keep your loved one every weekend, and that could be considered respite, okay? Just for you to take a break. And I know some of the family caregivers, they definitely need a break because, like I said, they're dealing with the family. They're maybe dealing with the family. They have a husband or wife or children, grandchildren, and then they're trying to take care of the grandparents or the parents or whatever too. And then you got your caregivers who work with clients. Then they get so attached. And my thing is, I love working with my clients. I love working with them. And it took me a minute to come out the homes and come straight into the office because I love working in the field and I love being in the field. And I still slip there here and there, whatever. But once you get used to them and you've been there for 5 years or more, they become more than just a client. Now they're almost like family. And when they pass away, that's just not a good feeling at all. No. And you don't realize how much you really care for them, and until they pass, you just don't you just don't really realize how much you really you miss them, and I just think about some more now. Lord have mercy, hey, hit me. But yeah, you don't realize that until you miss, till they gone, that how much that you really cared about them. So that be some of the things like with the caregiver. So you have to, they have to, sometimes you have to give them a chance to, get their stuff together, take a day or two, get their thoughts together, and then come back to work, especially if they're working for an agency, okay? So that's true, and that's true feelings if they feeling like that, and they can't feel like that, especially like I said, if you've been knowing them over 3 years, 4 years, and it might be shorter than that, but you don't got a chance to know them, that this is real. And when that person dies, and they, especially if they was there or they wasn't there, when they pass and you want to be there, you know, whatever, and but you couldn't get there, however it may be, that's something that has to weigh on you also. So we have to think about that, okay? So, but anyway, that is the benefits of home care. So I'm gonna go back up so you all can see. So this is just the PowerPoint part, but I do have the ebook of the whole the benefits of home care. We do have I think it's 8 pages, 10-page ebook that go more in depth about the benefits of home care. And like I said, the home care promotes independence and semi-independence. Home care is personalized. Home care is safe. And home care keeps family together, okay? So if you want any more information about this, you can email me at eternitysitizenmore1@yahoo.com, or you could call our office number at 205-790-7810. And then you can also find us on Facebook, facebook.com/Eternity Sitters and More. Okay. Again, my name is Cheryl Lane. I am the owner and founder of Eternity Sitters and More Home Care and the Home Care Business Learning Station Facebook support group and online course site. I am your home care educator. Please get to know me. And if you all are in need of any type of home care services, please use that contact information to let us know. And we will come out and do a home assessment with you and a client assessment to see what all you need. All right. All right. You all have a great day. Oh, one more thing, guys. Let's see. Let me stop the share on this. Okay. All right. So one more thing. With the home care part, I want you all to, I think I did say it again, I can't remember. But when you're looking for home care, you don't know where to start. The first thing is to start at the home is with your client, with your family member, and you want to see what's going on with them to kind of see if they need non-medical care or home care, right? I mean, non-medical care or health care. And then the best way to do that is call one of your local home care providers or your health care provider. Now, if they're in the hospital and they're getting ready to come home, then the hospital will let you know definitely if you need home care or home care. They'll tell you that before you leave, okay? If your loved one has to leave the hospital and go to the nursing home, when they go to the nursing home and they go to rehab, usually they are staying 21 days. And after them 21 days, they usually be discharged unless you saying that they, the family member or the staff may decide they need to stay in the nursing home longer, or you're going to let your family member stay there and they become a resident there, okay? So, but if they're going to come home after those 21 days, then the social worker there and the doctors and all that, once they do care plan, they would decide also too if you need health care or home care, right? So just check definitely with your social workers at the hospital, the nursing home. Then if you want to call the social workers at a home care provider, like myself, I'm the social worker here also. So if you want to talk to them about what you think you may need, once you tell them, what's going on with your family member, and they can just help you with it, okay? So, okay, the benefits of home care. Disclaimer. So that means that everything I put in here, benefits of home care, is how I see it, how it can be a benefit to you, the family members, and the client, or the potential client. How I can see that home care can benefit you all, right? So this is not something concrete. This is not something signed. This is something that me being in business for a number of years, okay, almost 20 plus years, going on 30 in a sense, that I saw how benefit helps family and how some family members react when it comes to home care. And I put this list together. So it's my opinion how I think the benefits of home care can can help your family. Okay. So with that being said, again, I already gave you the spiel. My name is Cheryl Lane. I am the owner and founder of Eternity Citizens More Home Care and the Home Care Business Learning Station. My contact information is up here in the link or down here. That all depends on where I post it. So make sure that you tag and share with your family members, with your friends, whoever it may be that may be in need of home care or getting ready to thinking about getting home care. Let them know to contact me, and I can talk with them and talk them through the process about different things when it concerns home care. All right. You all have a great day. Bye.